everyone. You're watching the 2025 Emerging Trends Forecast. I'm Tiffany Nielsen, and joining me is Angela Thurman, the founder and CEO of Thurman Co. How are you today, Angela?
I'm doing very well, Tiffany. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And Angela Thurman is an electrical engineer and project management professional with more than 30 years of experience in complex technical project management. And is there anything else you'd like to add about your background and expertise, Angela?
Thank you, Tiffany. My background is primarily in aerospace, telecommunications, and manufacturing. So, pretty much focused on highly regulated industries.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you have three trends on ERP's role in digital transformation to share with us that companies should know for the year ahead. And for anyone unfamiliar, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Can you begin by quickly explaining to our audience what an ERP system is?
So, briefly, the ERP system is the overall software system that collects data from throughout the organization. So, all departments contribute information to this centralized tool, and all of the employees would be able to view this data for their own work and research. So, for example, the sales department would enter sales information, and then that would be used by the manufacturing team to build the widgets that the organization sells. And then the shipping department would view that data to know how many widgets to send to any particular customer on any given day. And the billing department would then know who to bill, which customers to bill for how many widgets. So it's the information that really is the heartbeat of the organization.
Thank you, Angela. And when you look at the size of some of these enterprises, it's a no brainer that they would need a system like this.
Right. So, how much raw material do I need to buy from which vendors to build the things that we sell to our customers?
Great. And for your first trend, can you tell us more about the integration of AI and machine learning into the ERP system?
Sure, sure. So, I think that the first trend in this area is that um, AI and machine learning are going to help the users with enhanced decision making from their ERP system. So, AI and machine learning bring real time data analysis to the ERP system, which then enables the users to make more accurate and timely decisions. This helps the business then respond quickly to market changes and operational changes. And then next, AI also enhances the ERP security to detect anomalies and potential threats in real time. And so this adds a layer of protection for that sensitive business data. So this enhances overall the cybersecurity of the organization. And then machine learning uses algorithms that can analyze the historical data to predict trends and demand fluctuations and potential risks. And this capability supports better inventory management, resource allocation, and demand forecasting. So we call this predictive analytics. Now, with all of that information, the organization can begin to implement process automation, which is one of my favorite subjects. So, AI streamlines these repetitive tasks, such as data entry, invoice processing, and reporting, to reduce human error and to free up those employees for more strategic work. And machine learning also models the and optimizes your supply chain operations by predicting delays, recommending alternative suppliers, and identifying any bottlenecks that may occur before they escalate. Overall, this just enhances your supply chain management. Can I help you with any further examples?
I think you made it pretty clear. Thank you so much. And your second trend is the further expansion of cloud based ERP solutions. Can you tell us more about that?
So we're already seeing many users opt for cloud-based solutions. And one of the primary reasons for that is the cost efficiency that the cloud offers. So cloud-based solutions reduce that upfront capital investment that the organization would have to spend. And by shifting to a subscription based model with a cloud based solution, the organization can save on the hardware, the maintenance, and even the IT staffing costs. And the cloud based solutions also offer greater flexibility, and they are easily scaled so that the business can grow as the business grows. So their ERP solution grows and flexes and scales as the needs of the organization change. So companies can expand and resources can be added, modules can be added without that infrastructure investment. And that enables greater agility for the company. Cloud-based solutions are also faster to deploy, and those ERP systems are faster than, say, your on-premises solutions. And this allows the businesses to achieve greater operational efficiency sooner. The Another thing that I like about the cloud-based solutions is that they are globally accessible. So all of your employees, your stakeholders, everyone is able to access the system and the information in the ERP system from anywhere in the world, provided that they have an internet connection. And that really improves collaboration.
Thanks, Angela. And your third and final trend is the introduction of industry specific ERP solutions. Why will this be impactful? And can you maybe provide an example for us?
Sure. So, one of the reasons an industry specific ERP solution is a good thing is that these solutions are designed with specialized features and workflows and even dashboards that address the unique needs of a specific industry. And so this reduces the need for extensive customization. So we all know that what typically happens is that a business buys an out of the box ERP solution and then still has to spend a lot of money to have custom modules developed for their specific business needs. And that ends up costing a lot of money. And then with these industry specific ERP solutions, it's faster to implement them because they come pre-configured with modules and templates that are specific to their industry. And these processes allow faster deployment compared to those generic ERP systems. And then another reason that I really like them is that because they are specific to an industry, these solutions often come with built in compliance tools that are tailored to those industry regulations. Now, this might be ISO quality standards, or if you're in the healthcare industry, it might be HIPAA regulations, but that's very important because if you are not compliant with your regulatory requirements, that could lead to being debarred from bidding on government contracts or even fines or imprisonment. So it's very, very important that you are compliant with all the regulatory requirements. But probably the greatest benefit of the industry specific ERP system is simply cost efficiency, because businesses can save on that custom development that I mentioned earlier, and it can support leveraging this system because it already addresses the core operational needs of the business, the industry, with those intuitive interfaces, dashboards, roles, and tasks. And frankly, it improves user adoption. So when this ERP system is deployed, users are more likely to adopt it, use it, and become proficient with this new ERP system. And again, we all know that one of the things that organizations face is that resistance to change when a new ERP system is developed or implemented in the organization. So anything that's going to help user adoption is going to be a benefit.
Thanks, Angela. Yeah, we talked a lot about that and the barriers to adoption when we went through industry to industry on why they're not using advanced technologies. And there's definitely some resistance that needs to be taken care of. So making it easier is definitely a great way to handle that.
Yes, yes.
And one trend that I recognize for ERP's role in digital transformation is the role ERP will play for Internet of Things integration. And combining and presenting IoT data through an ERP interface will provide enterprises with many competitive advantages in the future, including a user friendly interface. Are you seeing this in the current landscape, or is this a glimpse of what's on the horizon, Angela?
So I do see some companies already adopting IoT into their ERP systems, and I do strongly believe that we'll see this continue to grow. So one of the things, or an example of that, could be collecting data from the factory floor and bringing that into the ERP system. And that could be something as simple as the KPIs for the manufacturing of whatever widget it is that your company is building and selling. So let's say that you want to know if your processes are in control. And so all of the measurements that you take to verify that this widget conforms. So how much does it weigh? The width, the length, the height, whatever whatever measurements you take, those are all collected, and then you could create control charts, and that way the team would know your processes are in control or they're not. And if they are, everything is great, and you can with great confidence tell your customers, we are building a conforming product, and it's of the best quality. If the process control charts are not in control, then you send your team to verify why they're not, and you create a better quality product. So that's just one example.
Great. Thank you so much, Angela. And before we close, do you have a prediction to share with us on what's next for the future of ERP?
I think that we will continue to see even more of these industry specific solutions. Not that we'll see more ERP software vendors crop up, but that the existing landscape will begin to provide more industry specific solutions. So we already have great examples of that, but I think that those vendors will begin to collaborate with industry forums and organizations to better understand what are the nuances of that industry that they can begin to incorporate into their ERP solutions.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Angela. We enjoyed your insights and we hope that you'll join us again to share more information with us in the future. Thanks, Angela.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Have a great day. Bye bye.